Very much indeed. I'm going to take you straight back to Algeria because there's no doubt about it, it's been the major story of the past few days. What a situation it really has been. Gales across much of the Mediterranean, the flash floods that you've already seen, and the strong southerly winds coming out of the desert have brought sands right up and across many parts of Italy as well. If we take a look at the satellite sequence, you can see just the extent of this storm revolving here, this whole massive cloud pushing those rains through Algeria, still up into Italy, through Sardinia and Corsica, and up into the southern parts of France as well. And you see just how persistent a beast this is going to be, because that low pressure never really moves very far away from the central and western parts of the Mediterranean. Some very cold air streaming in on its northern flank, and you can see what a miserable scene we've got here live from Grindelwald up there in Switzerland. No heat wave right across Western Europe over the next few days. The very last of the sunshine down towards Athens. Temperatures there still lurking in the low 20s. No heat wave across central and northern Europe, nor yet in the British Isles over the next few days either. Bit of a mixture on offer over the next 24 to 36 hours. Then as we move into the middle part of the week, something slightly milder getting into the northern parts of the British Isles. Wet and windy conditions there though. And then many parts as we close out the week will be stuck with rather sort of dull grey situations. A lot of dry weather I would say, but not particularly spectacular. At the moment, low pressure very much the dominant feature, many of us tucked underneath that, and it will be a murky old afternoon with bits and pieces of rain and drizzle coming across many parts there. Some signs of that cold air already beginning to get in across Shetland. Notice the difference there with those airs, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees, something of that order, much milder towards the south. But as we move on through the next 24 hours or so those northerly breezes will start pushing their way right down and across the British Isles, getting in certainly a cold feel across that eastern coast where the winds will be at their strongest. So overnight we'll bring the cloud and rain further towards the south. If you're trapped underneath that, well, temperatures above around about freezing level there, but further north we'll notice those blues and the temperatures will fall away and there will be a frost in central parts of Scotland and the north of England. Come Tuesday, as I say, some of those colder airs beginning to work their way down and across the British Isles, although you will just notice it turns a little bit more westerly later on in the day across the north and west of Scotland, signs of things to come. So it's somewhat of a brighter start for Tuesday. Watch out for these showers though down the east coast and cutting across the southeast, but then later on in the day milder weather getting back into the northwest of Scotland, and that really sets the pattern over the next few days. High pressure feeding in a lot of cloud off the Atlantic for many parts, but notice the isobars more tightly packed there in the north, wetter and windier conditions for many parts of Scotland and the north of England. That's the weather looks at the